I'm in therapy. It's going well. I actually just found out my mom and I have the same therapist, which is, it's weird. It's weird, but it's cool because like he's sworn to confidentiality. Like he can't even legally admit that he knows who my mom is. So sometimes I like to test him to see how professional he is. The other day I was like, oh, my mom's so overbearing, man, I can't take it. She's in therapy to get help, but says a therapist is an unhelpful moron. Can't even believe he has a degree, really. He's like, oh, that's weird because I have a patient whose son is a real asshole. I'm like, all right, touche, sir. You won that battle. I had a little bit of a weird upbringing. My dad was schizophrenic. Anybody else have a schizophrenic dad? Everybody. Okay, cool. It was confusing growing up with a dad with schizophrenia, especially growing up as a Jew. You know, because my mom was always like, Jesus doesn't exist. And then my dad would pull me to the side and he'd be like, hey, listen, I'm Jesus. She's a wacko, that lady. She's crazy. I went to my homeland for the first time this summer, Israel. Anybody been to the best country? Beautiful country, it's so beautiful. I signed up for a bus tour, my uncle signed me up for a bus tour from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. 20 people on the tour. We get to Jerusalem, get off the bus, and the tour guide goes, okay, this is our first site. This is where Jesus had his last supper. And I was like, what the fuck? And the tour guide saw that I was confused, so he came up to me, he's like, hey, you Jewish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you doing on a Christian tour? I'm like, I didn't know it was a Christian tour. I'm like, you have an Israeli accent. Are you Jewish? He's like, yes. I'm like, why are you a guide on a Christian tour? He's like, I go wherever the money is. I'm like, oh, you really are Jewish. But then it was weird because the rest of the day he kept trying to make the tour more Jewish for me. And all the other Christian people were getting pissed off. So right before we get back on the bus, at the end of the day, he goes, okay, everybody, this is our last site of the day. This is where Jesus turned water into wine. Supposedly. Like, all right, that is super weird. And now 20 Christians hate me. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're between the ages of 18 and 26-year-old and you're Jewish, they send you on a free trip to Israel called Birthright. You guys know about this? Cool, a couple Jews, matters? Okay, cool. And I never went on that trip, and I was talking to this girl about it the other day. She's like, you never went on Birthright? Going on that trip is the most Jewish thing ever. I'm like, you know, not going because your mom says it's too dangerous and will let you go is the most Jewish thing ever. I'm more Jewish than you. Sorry. I just moved out of my mom's house. I did it. I'm fucking independent. So I do my own laundry now. That's a big thing in my life. Laundry. You gotta like wash it and dry it and wait a few months and fold it. It's just it's the worst. Every week I bring my bed sheets to the laundromat because I like clean sheets. I think it's an important thing. Clean sheets, just important. And every week they get mixed up with other people's clothing. Every week. Guys, can I tell you, there is literally nothing scarier than waking up after a night of being blacked out drunk and finding a child's sock in your bed. Please tell me that was a dwarf. This would be the worst thing ever. Literally. Laundry's expensive, gym's expensive. Ugh. Here's my routine. You guys are welcome to use it. I do 10 reps, 10-minute break. 10 more reps, 6-month break. You guys are welcome to use it. It's yours. I won't be selfish. I was at the gym the other day, this huge guy came up to me, he's like, yo man, will you spot me? I'm like, yeah, but you better not drop it. That's 250 pounds. I'm relying heavily on you, actually. He's like, come on, man, just spot me. So I went up to another guy. I was like, hey, man, will you spot me while I spot him? Maybe like a group thing. He's like, why don't you spot me? I'm like, that's heavyweight. Like, I'll spot you on abs. You want to do sit-ups? I'll step on your feet. No problem.